Hello YouTube, Active Asshole on Roids here with another glorious rant. That's Active Asshole on Roids, Kryptonite for Conservatives. Today, I'm going to be taking on the Libertarians again. Yes, that's right. Oh man. I just love going after Libertarians. It's just something about them. They're probably the easiest target. They're like the low-hanging fruit of the American right. Uh, uh, this is probably going to be a very short video, but libertarians, you know, I used to be a libertarian at one point, but then I outgrew them. And you know, if I had a nickel for every time some libertarian decided to pop his mouth off and act as if he had some kind of monopoly, as if libertarians had some kind of monopoly on voluntary transactions, voluntary actions, anti-coercion, on understanding economics. If I had a nickel for every time some libertarian has had the gall to accuse me of not understanding economics or of being anti-coercion or any of that junk, of being pro-coercion or any of that garbage, I would probably be as wealthy as the Koch brothers that fund the libertarians. But you know, I was in a conversation earlier with a few people, and over at my Libertarians Who Just Moved to Somalia old video, which recently got some traffic. Woohoo! But this one libertarian decided to throw around that platitude of them being anti-coercion again. You know, and, let's just say I led into him like he was my prison cellmate, and I was the 400-pound, big, muscled, beefy guy beating the shit out of him and bending him over a chair, Kobe style. This, you know, my rebuttal to this ass clown got me to thinking about some other things, and it got me to thinking about the similarities, another similarity between conservatives and libertarians, and that one being that libertarians are just as guilty of using some set of issues as window dressing for ultimately toxic economic policies as conservatives are. They like to claim they're different from conservatives, but they're really not. They're just conservatives. You know, they're just conservatives, every bit as conservative as William F. Buckley Jr. and Ann Coulter and Rush Limbaugh and all those other douchebags. What I mean is, all this anti-coercion, these claims that they make that they're anti-coercion, that they're pro-marijuana legalization, anti-war, it's window dressing. It's all window dressing. Window dressing that they use to cover up for the fact that they're trying to sell people on an economic policy set, on a set of economic policies, on an Austrian economics set of beliefs. You know, a bunch of Friedrich Hayek just gutter trash. They're trying to use these policies. They're marrying Austrian economics and Friedrich Hayek off to typically civil liberties, you know, off to civil liberties that people on the left tend to support, in the hopes of getting people on the left to support them. You know, no, no. There's no difference between what libertarians do with peripheral social issues like marijuana legalization and being anti-war, and what conservatives do when they try to marry off the economic policies of Friedrich Hayek to religious orthodoxy and sectarianism, such as R.J. Rushdoony, that John Bircher's Christian Reconstructionism. you know, I did a video a while back on how the religious right destroyed traditional values in America, and I touch upon this issue, and I did a response video a long time ago. It's still out there. I re-uploaded it when I re-uploaded all my old content from my Active Asshole on Pills account, and I touched upon this issue that the people from the Austrian School of Economics, they only care about money, and they do this crap. They marry off their positions, they marry off their beliefs, their economic policies to stances on social issues, because they want people to vote on social issues so that they can slip their economic beliefs into office. There's a book out there, What's the Matter with Kansas? You know, authored in 2004. A very good book. You know, this is nothing new. You know, the Republicans, they've been doing this ever since the end of the Second World War. Libertarians, they try to paint themselves as different. They're not. They never were. Either way, the only thing they're interested in is selling, well, not necessarily selling Austrian economics to the public, but getting elected on other peripheral issues so that they can get into office to enact Austrian economics changes. They know that if they campaigned on the economic issues alone, just like Republicans and conservatives, they know that if they campaigned on economics issues alone, they'd never win. They wouldn't get elected to dog catcher. Okay? Hell, even Barry Goldwater, the guy who ran as the pro-segregation candidate in 1964 on the Republican Party ticket after the Strom Thurmonds of the Democratic Party left the Democratic Party and started to join the Republican Party out of disgust over the Civil Rights Movement, even he acknowledged this much. All right? So, to the conservatives, to libertarians, I don't even know the difference in them anymore, you know, but to libertarians who try to pull this same crap, but with a different set of peripheral issues that they use as window dressing for their toxic economic beliefs. In the corporate sphere, I believe they call it the green pill approach. Okay? All right. Yeah, nice try, libertarians. But not all of us are dumb enough to buy into this. Okay? Alright? Some of us outgrow Ayn Rand. Some of us outgrow a philosophy that promotes negative human behavior. Some of us outgrow fiction. Some of us do not allow ourselves to become emotionally stunted and intellectually and socially stunted by fiction. Kludgy fiction at that. But you know, this leads me to another ultimatum I'd like to make alongside with the whole why don't libertarians move to Somalia ultimatum video that I made about a year and a half back. And that ultimatum to libertarians, this secondary ultimatum is this: why don't you just run on your economic policies? If you believe they're so damn right, run on them. Okay? I tell the same thing to conservatives all the time. If you really do believe in economic policies like this, run on policy specifics. Be a policy wonk like the rest of us and run on your actual economic policies instead of social policies. Okay? Okay? Come on, be honest. Don't use political window dressing. Don't use peripheral issues as window dressing. Run on what you really want to do after you get elected, okay? Alright? Run on that. Up against us. And see how far it gets you. You know it won't get you far, will it? That's the reason why you won't do it. Because historically, when we run on the issues on economics, and you guys run on economics, you fucking lose. You get your asses handed to you repeatedly, and no amount of gerrymandering the districts would save your asses. You know it and I know it. You're a minority. And again, I cannot reiterate this enough. When libertarians step away from the rest of the American right and hold a party for their own, nobody fucking shows up. You're a phone booth fan club, and you know it. Again, that's all I have tonight. This is a spur-of-the-moment thing. Peace out, everybody, and please subscribe and spread the word. It's Active Asshole on roids, formerly Active Asshole on pills. Kryptonite for conservatives. Oh yeah.